This is gonna be so slippery. Oh my God. Hello, Pinkbike. Stephane here, new guy. Out here with Doug. He's just getting a drink of water. And today's a sweet day because we are out here testing the brand new 2025 Norco Sight VLT CX. That's a lot of acronyms. Let's get into it. So kind of the big headline news here is that this bike has been hitting the gym and it has lost some weight. A full 20% or 10 pounds lighter than its predecessor, while still having the same power, efficiency, torque, and actually a bigger battery than before. So that's thanks in part to Bosch's Performance Line CX Smart Motor System. So that puts out 85 Newton meters of torque, 600 watts of peak power, and up to 340% assistance. That's paired with a 800 watt hour battery. That's a new battery that Bosch offers. It is compatible with a 250 watt hour range extender should you have range anxiety. We got 150, 160 mil travel. We're rolling on Norco's VPS HP suspension layout, which is kind of their all mountain aggressive suspension layout. It's a high pivot, obviously. I got a size 4 here, which is kind of in line with most brands' larges. That rolls on a 497.5 millimeter reach, which is a bit long for a large, or a bit longer than some other brands. So I'm curious to try that out. We got a 64-degree head angle and 440 mil rear center. The rear center lengths are size specific, so they do change depending on size. But yeah, that's kind of a bit on the shorter side for some of the other brands doing size specific. So I'm curious to try that out and see how it feels. Looking at the build here, we got the C1, which is the top of the line. So we're rolling on ultimate suspension, front and rear. We've got Maven silver brakes. We've got GX T-type Maxxis drivetrain. We got Crank Brothers synthesis carbon wheels on Continental rubber. Some cool details here. There is Norco's new cable routing system here that allows you to run it either way, whether you like it moto or North American style. There's pretty generous rubber padding here on the bottom and around the BB there. So kind of some nice details. There's a lot of good healthy rubber chain slap protector there to keep the noise down. And there's a nice tidy little mud flap there, or loam shelf, to see how good your ride's going. So yeah, I think that's kind of it for the brief overview. I think Doug's pretty ready to go for a rip. So yeah, let's go see how it rides. It's got a fairly steep 77.75, very specific C-tube angle. That's put me in a really nice, comfortable seated position. It also has a pretty long dropper post, even on this size 4. All the bikes have a pretty straight seat tube there, so you can fit longer dropper posts should you desire. Doug loves rolling in the moss up here. Let's see how it goes down. It's gonna be quite slippery today. It's been raining here. The first thing I notice is it's very light. Like, it doesn't feel too different. Even my big enduro bike. I feel like you can really kind of put this bike where you want it to go. Norco was kind of trying to hit the balance between plowability while still having a pretty dynamic platform that's still kind of planted and fun to ride, but chargy. And so far, I'd say they've done a pretty good job. Whoa. The VPS HP is feeling really good on the descents. Oh God. I think another thing I'm noticing, how quiet this bike is. Not just the motor, but the actual bike itself just feels solid and quiet over all this rough stuff. It is very light. This one, I weighed it with my pedals on, came in at 49 pounds. All right, well, there you have it. First ride's done on the new Norco Sight VLT CX. Doug had a good time. He's a dirty dog. But yeah, initial impressions, pretty impressed so far. The climbing position was really comfortable. That steeper seat tube felt good. It's really quiet. That's definitely a noticeable thing. And descending, like I said, it's a little different than some of the longer rear centers I'm used to, but it's not at all in a bad way. I could definitely feel that I could kind of put the bike where I wanted and felt a little bit more playful that way. But yeah, I think Norco have done a really great job here. I think, you know, they're gonna hit a lot of boxes for a lot of people. It's a good spec, good suspension platform, good price, new motor. Yeah, I'm excited to put some more miles on this thing. And yeah, so stay tuned for a longer term review, and be sure to check out the article with all the key details. And yeah, thanks for coming out. See you next time. It's Doug's favorite post-ride swim spot. Look at that guy.